nominee for District 7 in Virginia. This along with District 10 in Virginia and the 6th District in Maryland. These are 3 open seats right in the perimeter of Washington, D.C. in our area, and they will no doubt be highly contested and high-profile races. Derrick Anderson, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Larry and Julie. Always appreciate y'all having me.
I want to get into the race first and the politics of it, because you're facing off against this Eugene Vindman guy, and he and his infamous brother, they're going after you big time right now, Alexander Vindman. They are attacking you and questioning I think they're questioning your patriotism, because they think that you're, an insurrectionist, against rights for individuals. They want to do away with elections. How did you become such a totalitarian, Derrick?
Well, Larry, I can tell you that who I am is I'm a guy from Spotsylvania County who grew up working in my mom's restaurants. I served in the Army, did 6 deployments overseas. I was a Green Beret. I did deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan. I got into this whole political arena because of President Biden's weak leadership. Look, I mean, we see one of the things that really hit hard to me, Larry, was during the debate the other day. President Biden, I'm paraphrasing, but he said something along the lines of, he didn't have any troops die on his watch as president. Well, I take issue with that, because there was a withdrawal in Afghanistan that was on his hands that was absolutely disastrous, that led to the death of 13 U.S. service members. So that was a blatant lie, and that really hit hard to me. I got into this because I lost guys in Afghanistan, and when I saw President Biden during the dignified transfer of remains back in 21, when those service members were killed, and you saw President Biden continuously looking down at his watch as if he had something better to do, that really hit hard. But to your point, Larry, Mr. Vindman and his brother, much like the rest of the Democrats, don't have anything to campaign on right now. I mean, what are they going to campaign on? The fact that the economy is absolutely horrible, and it costs the average Virginia family $1,100 more a month to live under Biden. The fact that we have a border that's completely open, where we have illegal immigrants trying to breach the front gate of Marine Corps Base Quantico. I mean, that's what they have to campaign on. So they're going to continue to attack me. But at the end of the day, I'm just a guy. I'm a normal guy from Spotsylvania County who grew up here and is trying to represent the district that raped him.
You mentioned what Biden said during that debate, that no troops have died on his watch. Absolutely despicable for him to say that. But, recruitment is a real problem in the military right now, and people worry about the morale of our troops. What does that say to people, considering, I have 3 young sons. One is very interested in entering the military. What does it say to people, considering that when our president doesn't even acknowledge what happened in Afghanistan, doesn't talk about it? Certainly no one was fired for what happened in Afghanistan. How do you talk to voters about that?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things you have to look at is just President Biden's weak leadership as it pertains to our national security. Julie, you're exactly right. President Biden still will not acknowledge the withdrawal in Afghanistan. He doesn't acknowledge that, he's had weak foreign policy in general, whether it was his initial response to Hamas attacking Israel back on October 7th. Russia continues to be emboldened throughout the world. China and the South China Sea. Me personally, I can tell you, Julie, I have Green Berets that are still serving overseas right now, and they have been for the last few years. And I can tell you, when those Iranian-backed organizations throughout the Middle East were attacking our military installations over and over and over again, I have Green Beret friends that have TBI, that have Purple Hearts from those attacks, and the Biden administration sat on their hands. So, I mean, it's no surprise that when we look at our recruiting numbers and we look at why our younger generation isn't necessarily thrilled to go jump in the military right now, when you have a commander-in-chief who's completely weak on the national stage. So, look, I want our younger generation to serve. It was the greatest honor of my life to be able to serve my country, but I can understand people's hesitation right now, and that the fact that we do have weak recruiting numbers emboldens our enemies even more.
That's right.
Now. So, it's truly unfortunate that that's where we stand on our national security stage right now.
We're speaking of Derrick Anderson. He's a Republican nominee for Congress in Virginia 7. And it's been remarkable to see your opponent, Eugene Vindman, sort of roll out his strategy. He's appeared on MSNBC a couple of times. And you can see from his social media platforms and what he puts out there, or his staff puts out for him, that he's running based on Donald Trump, basically. You put me in the House of Representatives so I can stop Donald Trump. I don't see anything, and I mean literally anything from him about the concerns of the people living in Virginia, let alone the 7th District. And he went even so far to say any parent who has concerns about, gay pornography in the school systems, he called them extremists, Derrick.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with Mr. Vindman and his entire campaign is they don't really have a position or a stance on many of these policies, especially President Biden's weak policies, whether it be the border, whether it be the economy, whether it be, as we just discussed.
I guess you can forgive him for not wanting to defend Joe Biden's policies. I mean, he's changing the subject, I guess.
Well, yeah, but that's his whole campaign, though, Larry, right? He's got a gripe with President Trump. His entire campaign appears to be a political revenge tour rather than serving the people here in the 7th Congressional District. And I think that's the biggest, differentiating quality from both of our campaigns. I'm from here. This is my home district. These are the people that raised me. I walk around the district every day, and I can't throw a rock without someone saying, "Hey, you're so-and-so's son, aren't you?" And I go, "Yep, that's me." So, I understand the issues that people are dealing with every day. My family and friends all the time are telling me, "Derrick, you need to get these gas prices and the cost at the grocery store back down." I'm like, well, we got to win an election in November, because if not, we're going to be stuck with the same policies that are leading to where we're at right now. So that's what Mr. Vindman's entire campaign. It's very self-serving. He has a gripe with President Trump, whereas me and my campaign are focused on the issues that are affecting the people here in the district every single day.
Well, he's also harnessing some powerhouse celebrities. He's got Luke Skywalker there, Mark Hamill, doing a Zoom chat with him and his brother. Again, it's all about Trump, but they're reaching out to Hollywood and California and outside the state to raise money. Derrick, do you think that's an indication also that this campaign of theirs is not really about the people of the district? This is not a grassroots effort in any way.
Yeah, maybe we'll hold the town hall meeting with my mom and my family members and my friends from middle school and high school and ask them how they're feeling about the policies of the Biden administration. Again, this is what the focus needs to be. The people, not only just in Central Virginia, but in the Commonwealth writ large, they just want to see us get back to common sense policies. People aren't asking for much. They're asking it to be more affordable to live. They're asking for their communities to be safe. They're asking to make sure their veterans are being taken care of. Those are pretty easy asks, Larry. But it appears that, my opponent and his party are not focused on those things, and instead, as you mentioned, need to bring celebrities in to bolster their campaigns. Whereas, I can bring some folks from the district here that are more than willing to talk about the issues we're facing every single day.
Yeah, well, throw the website out there, Derrick Anderson, so people, because listen, it is, the big guns are coming out and big Hollywood dollars are flowing into District 7. It's going to cost quite a bit to be able to run against that machine that they're using to win a House seat for national purposes, not for the people of Virginia 7. So where can people go to help you out?
Yeah, folks can go to DerrickAnderson.com, check out our website, and if they feel so inclined to sign up, we're going to need all the help we can. But that's, again, DerrickAnderson.com.
Thanks, Derrick. Get out there. Knock on doors. Enjoy yourself.